Welcome again. Once again, it's another football weekend. My name is DJ Generation Wayne, host and CEO of the Eliminator Sports Network, here with your picks, previews, and analysis for all your Week 7 NFL action. It's been a great week so far. We have the Packers defeating the Bears 26-10. It's a division game, so you know how I feel about that. So let's give you the rules once again for those of you that may be first time joining our little video family. Thank you for joining. Thank you for checking me out. Here are my rules, how I play the Eliminator. It's simple. You pick one team each week. You survive in advance for 17 weeks. Here also the way I play. I usually try to take the home teams in most games, and I try to stay away from division games. And every now and then you might go and see a matchup that looks good, and those are the ones that types to burn you. But usually that's the two rules I kind of stick by. But most people have their own way of picking. So let's get into the matchups. Rams and the Giants. Giants 2.5-point favorite. Playing this game in London. The Rams, you don't know what you're going to get with Case Keenum, but my analysis is I think the Giants will pull this out as long as the Rams don't cover Odell Beckham Jr. like the Ravens didn't do last week. The Giants should be in good shape. They should win their second straight game. Coming up at the 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, Eastern Daylight Time games, Kansas City Chiefs, a 6.5-point favorite over New Orleans Saints. I remember taking the Chargers a few weeks ago against the Saints in the pool, and the Saints and the Chargers were up by like 13. Saints scored 2 touchdowns late. They basically killed me. So I'm staying away from this game because I just don't trust Alex Smith, even though he is a good game manager. I would, as far as an eliminator pick goes, I haven't used the Chiefs yet, but I would stay away from them. Titans a 2.5-point favorite over the Indianapolis Colts. Marcus Mariota is starting to look pretty good over the last couple of games. The Colts is Andrew Luck, T.Y. Hilton, and anybody else. As far as eliminator, it's a division game. Stay away. One of the big games of the day, the Minnesota Vikings 2.5-point favorite over the Eagles. Eagles. Sam Bradford should get a lot of love going back to Philly, even though the Philly fans may not see it that way. But you know what? If it wasn't for Sam Bradford, you would leave and you wouldn't have Carson Wentz playing the way that he's playing now. So Philly, show the man some love. Give him a lot of respect. It'll be a close game, probably about 17-13. I do think the Vikings will pull it out. But as far as an eliminator pick, Eagles, not a good play. Browns, Bengals. Next up, 9.5-point favorite for the Cincinnati Bengals. The Browns are horrendous. They're hideous. They have no quarterback. If this is the one time you want to break the rule as far as me and or division games, this might be the week to do it. Because Cincinnati right now, they're trying to save their season and Marvin Lewis's job. So I think Cincinnati will win. It'll maybe like a score, maybe like 8-9. I don't think they'll cover the spread, but I do think Cincinnati will take care of business. Detroit Lions, 1.5-point favorite over the Washington Redskins. Redskins, 2 weeks ago, beat the Ravens. Now they're getting ready to go up into Detroit. And I'll tell you, right now, Redskins look pretty good. Even though Kirk Cousins still is a quarterback I don't trust wholeheartedly. Matthew Stafford already burned me twice this year. But as far as an eliminator game goes, I wouldn't even worry about the Redskins. Lions I've already used, but I wouldn't use it anyway. So I would just pass on this game. Now, the Jaguars is a pick'em favorite over the Raiders. Jaguars right now playing for their season and Gus Bradley's job. Raiders is the real deal. I think the Raiders will pull this one out. And as far as an eliminator pick goes, I wouldn't even touch the Raiders, even though they did go into the Ravens, and Michael Crabtree still haven't been covered since that game. But Jaguars, I just wouldn't trust them. It's right now, I would just basically stay away from this game as far as an eliminator pick goes. Bills, Dolphins. Bills 2.5-point favorite. Tyrod Taylor doing very well, but it is a division game. And yes, the Dolphins did beat the Steelers last week. So if a lot of you want to take Miami in this one, I'd stay away from it. It's a division game. Leave all division games alone at all costs. Now, the game that I'm going to go on a little rant about, the Ravens and the Jets. The Ravens couldn't cover Odell Beckham Jr. last week. 8 receptions, 222, 2 scores. Secondary problem. You lose Jimmy Smith, and of course, then all of a sudden Odell Beckham Jr. goes off. Now the Jets have Geno Smith at quarterback. I'm going to say this point blank. If the Ravens do not win this game, do not come back to Baltimore. Okay? Just don't come back. Stay out there for a while. Use the bye week to coming up to get back in shape. Flacco is starting today. You better win by double digits. I'm just saying. You should take advantage of this. This should be a gimme. But knowing the Ravens the way Ravens fans do, they'll probably leave us pulling our hair out. So I have no hair, so I don't have no hair to pull out, but I will pull my scalp out or my brain out. But that's what we do. So, but the Ravens should win this game. They better win this game. But as far as eliminator pick goes, no way you're going to take the Jets. Let's just keep it real. Buccaneers, Tampa Bay 1.5-point favorite over the 49ers. 49ers right now is a very bad franchise. Chip Kelly, even though reports say he is supposed to stay in San Francisco, let's just keep it real. Chip Kelly is probably going to look for the first coaching job, college coaching job, and there's some good ones that may be coming out next year. He's probably going to be gone. So Tampa Bay, Jameis Winston, I do trust, even though he's been struggling over the last few games. But who would you rather trust right now, Jameis Winston or Colin Kaepernick? Even though Colin Kaepernick has made a big play and a big political statement with his stance on the national anthem, which I think is brilliant. But at the same time, it just depends how you look at it. But as far as football-wise goes, Colin Kaepernick, he's done. But Tampa, as far as eliminator pick, no way you're going to take the 49ers. Okay, 6.5. This is the game I'm probably going to end up going with. Atlanta Falcons, 6.5-point favorite over the San Diego Superchargers. Since you burn, and then this will be the type of game that I'll lose because the one team I did pick, which I think it was the Colts when they took on the Lions, and then I took Tennessee. Then I took the Lions when they played Tennessee, and the Lions lost. So, knowing me in the way of things, in the 6 degrees of separations, the Chargers will beat the Falcons. Just saying. But I'm gonna stick with the Falcons. They're a 6.5-point favorite. Matt Ryan, Julio Jones should be able to torch the Chargers secondary all day and twice once today, which is Sunday. Okay, coming up on the 4:25 game, the big game. New England 7.5-point favorites over the Steelers. I hate both teams, I'm going to be honest. But you know what? Steelers is in my division. Ben Roethlisberger out 4-6. Patriots should win this one by at least, I say, 10-14. And we're going to call it a day. But as far as eliminator pick goes, we ain't taking the Steelers. I already used them anyway. Okay, the Sunday night game, Seattle and Arizona, division game. Cardinals is playing for their season right now. I think they will win this game. I think somehow they'll find a way to win it, probably late field goal at the end. Final score 23-20 if they cover. But as far as eliminator game, you know how I feel about division games, stay away. And then the final game, this is another kind of intriguing matchup. This is probably my number 2 pick for the weekend. Denver Broncos, 7.5-point favorite over the Houston Texans. Broncos is hanging in there right now with Trevor Siemian at quarterback. I mean, he's hitting the rookie wall. Eventually, Carson Wentz is going to hit that rookie wall. But right now, Simeon's playing like a 7th-round pick from from Northwestern. Got the Huskers on the brain for some reason, but from Northwestern. Simeon's going to play well today. I think he'll do pretty well against the Texans. And Brock Osweiler comes back to Denver to get his Super Bowl ring. I'm assuming he's going to get his ring on Monday night, for helping Denver win the Super Bowl. So they will give Brock Osweiler some love because he did help them get to the Super Bowl, and Peyton Manning took him the final step of the way. So my eliminator pick for this week for those is the Falcons over the Chargers. My second choice will be the Broncos on Monday night and the Texans. And if I want to go a third choice, we're just going to leave it at 2 for this week. So that's all for the Eliminator Sports Network for this week. Pick safe, pick strong, survive in advance. I'll see you next week. God bless. Peace.